just taking me, and this drive will start at the 25. So BYU's offense will go to work first. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Throws for the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. It's been a rough start for these guys, and you look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things happen.
Pick off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
Snap in the middle. It's Smith. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking for a productive play on first down. Gives it on the option. Good pick up on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Bears are in the red zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Pocket breaking down. He's got him still on his feet. They get him stopped at the 2, but it will be first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Bears! And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I'll tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The defense takes matters into its own hand.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Dropping back, it's Romero. Safe completion on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
He's got him in the flat. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
second and a long way to go. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Always a welcome play for the defense. They get a sack at the 47.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, forcing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Going for it all. Oh, dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. On the ground, it's bad. Navigates that massive bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow.
Soft spot in the middle. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. On the move, he fires. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Really good job by the defense understanding the quarterback got outside the pocket. Now I got to understand where he's at. Now the middle of the field starts to come towards where he's scrambling. The other side of the field comes to the middle of the field. Great job by the defense understanding the quarterback was pressed outside the pocket.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
He'll try it again. Going for the first down. Oh, it's a fumble. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Trying to move the sticks on third down. Sends it back in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Right on the money. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a fourth down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. What a disappointment. No good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead.
Oh, just didn't have enough leg. It looked like he had the accuracy. It looked like it was going right between the uprights, just not enough power on the kick.
Got his man quickly. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Leaves it with the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Dropping back, it's Romero. He's brought down. A short return to the defense. Comes out on top of the pick. On the move, it's Bannon. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Trying play action. Complete to the middle. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
On the defense, they got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback and disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's got it on the move. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He makes a grab. They make the tackle just outside the end zone. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Goes right ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Baylor! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Hayes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They've got nothing done so far. They already find themselves in a 3-possession hold, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, though.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Pulls it in. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Still on his feet at the 45. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Looking to pass. It's Romero. Quickly to the tight end. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time. Being in position, making sure that thing fell incomplete.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Tight end now in motion. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bannon. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Bears come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Smith. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Let's go. They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. The Bears are on the move. Here we go. Looking downfield on first down. Touchdown, Bears! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The Cougars with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Easy. They'll try the run. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
Scanning the field, it's Romero. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The play action fake. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he slides after picking up the first down, but there is a penalty flag. Let's see who it's against.
Hold on. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They're facing a third down.
29 Philly. 29 Philly.
He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception. This guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. They kick it away on fourth down. Cradles it at the 35. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. drive and let it rip. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Finding an escape route. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield. It's Bannon. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's down to 22. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He'll get rid of it. Working that left side. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Bears looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Ball's out behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Rides the back and leaves it. Picks up the first down, still moving. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
On the double.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Romero. Fires to the big fella. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. That's caught. It's shot. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
He lofts one down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 35. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. They go right back to it. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Flips it out to the back. Oh, the speed, the acceleration, the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43. the gun and looking to throw on third down. Caught close to the marker. It's Chester. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leads it with the back. Runs through the tackle.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Dead center perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. The give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs.
Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Hold on. Offense.
Great place to start for this offense.
Get set, get set.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Wide out, time to get it in. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. The Bears are threatening on 1st and goal.
Cobra. Yankee blue. Yankee blue.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse. Breaks into the open.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Back to pass, it's Romero. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Swings it out to his running back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
He'll keep it himself. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Phenomenal. phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on it.
Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
On the double. Ringo. Green 20.
From the gun. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. After that big gain to open things up, they'll put him away from the 40. Leaves it with the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to give up.
First down and more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
Here we go.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. He's got it. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hard running there. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
With jet sweep pass. There we go. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. The Bears started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Rides the back on the option. The give. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's fourth down.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Has to get there to move the sticks. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown Bears! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Hayes. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Cougars line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sweeney. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. First down here for the offense. They'll give it to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll pull it on the read. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB isn't a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
But when you make a quarterback feel comfortable, man, they'll sit in that pocket, they'll go through their progressions, but when you start to hit them, they become very human, very average. They got to do a better job of keeping him upright, protecting him, so he can have a better second half than he did first.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, oh, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meat